So my biggest dream is always to be the most independent woman that I could be, because I believe that women should be independent in all aspects of life.
Tomorrow.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Daniela just cracked the joke. If you're wondering who Daniela is, she's our royal hustler. Daniela Marques, having started off doing holiday jobs for her uncle at the age of 16, Daniela worked her way up to up the corporate ladder, doing some promotions for the energy drink called 9mm. She then continued her career at AVI Namibia as a sales rep and quickly worked her way up to sales and trade marketer. She recently added NBL Botswana to her portfolio, taking on the challenge of being exposed to a different market, which also includes exposure to markets such as Zambia and Mozambique. With distinctions in marketing and business management, Daniela majored in marketing with her final year through Stadio concluding this year. Daniela, top of the morning to you. Thank you so much for being our Royal Hustler this morning.
Good morning, Morris. It's nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Nice to have you. Now, Daniela, before we get into our Royal Hustler, what was that one thing that you said when we were outside?
Oh, so Morris, you holding me to my word, hey? So, Morris, I would just like to say you really inspire me and you rock my morning this morning on my way here. So thank you very much for that. You're the greatest presenter I have met, actually. And no jokes aside, always here.
Where's Sipo? When such things are being said. Oh man, thank you so much, Daniela.
No problem, Morris.
Hey,
I got you.
I'm blushing. Wait, this is not about me. This is about you.
Yeah.
Daniela, tell us a bit about your childhood.
My childhood?
You know, how it shaped the woman that you are today.
Well, the thing is, I was born in, well, not born. I was, my mom married into a family of 6 other kids. So I had a very, how should I say, exciting childhood in terms of a lot of family, a lot of commotion, a lot of chaos.
Right.
And I was the youngest, but I really always tried to be the different one. I always tried to go do things that I could do for myself. I always used to wash the car if I wanted $50 for, you know, whatever it was at the time. So it shaped me in a way of I was pushed to grow up quicker than what I was supposed to, I suppose. But I am grateful for that now because of all the opportunities it's brought to me and the way I handle life and the way I handle situations. I have a lot to thank for my childhood and especially my mom.
Daniela, if I was to have a conversation with your mother today, and I asked her, were you a problem? Were you a hair raiser? Would you say yes? Would you say no? Were you a sweet
she would
baby?
say no. I was the sweetest. I was actually a very A student. I was a lot into horses at the time, so I was shoved at the stables most of my life. And so she would say I was actually the best.
Right. I can imagine. Daniela, growing up, man, what were some of your biggest dreams? What problem in the world did you want to solve?
So my biggest dream is always to be the most independent woman that I could be, because I believe that women should be independent in all aspects of life. And obviously, yes, have a partner, but the partner should never overshadow you, and you should never overshadow your partner. However, so... Sorry, can you just repeat?
No. It's just the problem when you're growing up.
The frustration was I wanted to do so much more, so much earlier, but I was so young.
Right.
And as soon as I turned 18, I got my driver's license. As soon as I turned 18, I started doing more promotions.
Independent woman.
Anything. I just jumped to it. And my biggest dream has to be that I want to be independent for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I want to shine my independence on other women out there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Daniela, I mean, clearly we're already getting a sense of that already, but when your feet hit the ground every morning, what sets your heart on fire?
Can I say coffee?
Yeah, you can. I will totally agree and I'll subscribe to that.
No, I'm kidding. The end result is what keeps me going because I know what I'm reaching for and that is what keeps me going every day because at the end of the day, you only have yourself and you're the only one that can get you there. So I motivate myself by small things, listening to music, dancing in the mornings, just anything to get you up. And then I just think the end result, what are we going for today?
Yeah.
And small wins, I always take them and I accumulate them to the bigger ones.
And that's the thing, like people generally always want to look for the big victory, for the big wins and really discounting the smaller victories. Talk to us a bit about that. Like, why is it so important to really also focus on the smaller wins?
Because the thing is, in my opinion, the smaller wins are what get you to the bigger ones. So it's like a staircase. You have to climb them step by step. And those step by stairs are the small wins. So maybe today you completed a project that took you 2 weeks, but you finally finished it. So it's a win, and you should take that win. And the thing is, where I think people go wrong is they don't take wins and they're looking for those big, massive wins.
Right.
But then you start having some self-doubt and self-hate upon yourself, and that's not good, because then the end result will get even further.
True.
So to focus on the small wins is the most important for me, even if it's just ticking off one of the points on your to-do list for the day. It was one thing you did more than what you did yesterday. So,
Daniela, so, I mean, you've highlighted the relationship with your mother and how significant that was in influencing you. Can you talk to us about some maybe other people or experiences that really influenced and or that really shaped you?
Yeah, I have a few people. I have three main people, actually, and I'm not sure if you all heard about Talisha Beauty. She's one of my role models. She was there since I was a little girl, and seeing her reach for the stars and creating so much of her life and being a strong, independent woman has definitely been she's been one of my role models out there.
Right.
And my parents as a structure, my parents are separated, but my parents on their individual owns, they have shaped me in the woman I am today by aiding me, by, I don't know how to put this, but just the knowledge they give me, and by exposing me to things at a young age, such as making me work for my own money, making me understand budgets, finances, all of this, business acumen. I must say, I know I keep highlighting it, but my parents are my foundation.
Daniela, before we let you go, any life career advice you'd like to share with our listeners?
Yes, a big one. Always do what is right for you. Always stay true to yourself and find something that you love, because it gets easier that way. I mean, we have to go from 8 to 5 every day, so why not do something you love and enjoy it, than have to sit there and be like, oh, it's only lunchtime now, you know? So I would say never give up on your dreams, and that's so cliche, but you're the only one that can achieve your dreams. And I believe that no matter how hectic it gets out there, you should always just put yourself first and make sure that you aiming for the end goal.
Doing what you love, going after your dreams, the words of Daniela Marques, our Royal Hustler this morning. Daniela, thank you so much for joining us.
We
really appreciate the time that you've taken out, and it has been a beautiful conversation.
Thank you, Morris. I appreciate it.
Royal Hustlers was proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation.
Good today, better tomorrow.